What's going on, everybody? It's McFly here. It's been a minute since I made a video. I actually took a break from all content creation. I went on a vacation with the family, just kind of getting out of my head a little bit. I was having some writer's block and a lot of different things. I'm coming back with this video right now. What we're going to do today, and I'm excited for this. As you all know, my favorite MCU movie is Thor Ragnarok. That's my all-time favorite MCU movie, especially with concerning what was the movie that came before it, Thor 2. Was probably the worst movie. Just the overall contrast between those two was amazing. I love where Taika Waititi took that movie, and I'm glad that this is a direct, sequel to that movie. And Taika Waititi's coming back, and he's gonna be in it more, I believe. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm super excited for this movie. I waited a while to watch this just because my expectations are going to be high for this, and I'm hearing a lot of things through Twitter and stuff without having been spoiled with the teaser of things that people don't like. I do know that lately the MCU has been kind of under scrutiny from a lot of people, a lot of fans, just because of the direction they've taken some of the characters and the things they've done. I tend to usually not agree with those people, and I make my own opinion. But anyways, I'm excited to watch this. This is the Marvel Studios Thor Love and Thunder official trailer. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds, it looks like. So I'm curious to see what they're gonna reveal in this trailer. I'm curious to see if we're going to see gore in this. That's kind of one of the main things I want to see. And I'm gonna assume that we're not gonna see Jane as, Lady Thor in this. They want to save that for the movie. But yeah, I'm curious to see where they're gonna take this after where he was in Endgame, Fat Thor, and if the Guardians of the Galaxy are gonna be in this. But without further ado, let's get into it. Here we go. Ready? So we got Thor running through the ages.
Now they're but humble tools for peace.
That tree looks like a Lion King tree, and he's got the man bun going.
Who I am.
There's Fat Thor.
I want to choose my own path. Live in the moment.
There's the Guardians of the Galaxy.
My superheroing days are over.
That looked like Sakaar where they were at. We got the goats. Oh shit, is that Zeus? Show more him. What a shot.
You ever feel lost? Just look into the eyes of the people that you love. Not me.
What? Just listening.
Oh. She got Mjolnir back? Oh shit, she looks buff. Well, so first reaction is this looks really, really cool. Obviously the color palette and stuff is coming back. That's a Taika Waititi thing, the 1980s feel with the music, Sweet Child of Mine, all that stuff. That's cool. I like that they're keeping with the comedic Thor. I know a lot of people had a lot of issues with that, especially like how they depicted him in What If, but I think that's what's been making Thor the most popular character right now, is because of that take on the character. And look, Chris Hemsworth is a great comedic actor. His timing is great. His comedic acting is great, and he can play the serious roles, obviously. So I think letting him kind of come out of his shell and do that is awesome. We didn't get to see gore in this, which I'm pretty upset about because I'm super excited for that, and especially after watching the latest Moon Knight episode, it's gonna tie into that. It has to, with all of the gods, the Egyptian gods and stuff. They have to intertwine somehow. I'm glad we got to see Russell Crowe's Zeus in this, even if it's just kind of his back. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. I'm gonna assume that they're gonna have a bunch of gods coming together so Gore can essentially kill them, and that's gonna be the impending moment where Thor has to kind of stop, for lack of a better term, being a little wuss and start fighting again. But now look, he's going through a lot of grief. We saw Valkyrie look like she's not amused by any of the politics going on with New Asgard. Hands were once used for battle, now they're used for peace. He looks like he's trying to grow either a new Groot or grow his handle for his new hammer. The hat he's wearing says Strongest Avenger. This is cool, man. This is cool. Look, so now that I watched it and we watched it together, a lot of the stuff that people are saying has to do with like, you know, the MCU being too woke and stuff. And they mentioned that specifically for this teaser trailer. I don't see it. I think what people don't realize is that Jane in the comics became Lady Thor. And I know that they're kind of making a strong character like Thor kind of have more feelings and kind of more down to earth. I think it won't work otherwise in the movies if you don't do that. I mean, they did the same thing with Superman. If Superman didn't fall in love and he didn't have those whole family values that he did, nobody would care. He would just be this overpowered god, which essentially he is, but they need to have that human factor for him. I don't necessarily see those issues that people are mentioning. Also, I was never a huge fan of Natalie Portman in general, her acting chops. I think I'm kind of traumatized like we all are from those prequels of the Star Wars, but I've never been a fan of her. I wasn't super impressed with her in Thor 1 or 2, and when I heard she was coming back, I was kind of iffy about it, but I know they kind of want to keep consistency since she was already in the first 2 and mentioned in Thor Ragnarok, so I kind of get that. But I do got to give her props for actually, you know, putting the effort in to get super buff. She looked yoked in this trailer. She got the broad shoulders, she got, you know, the biceps and stuff. She looks yoked. So I'm glad to see that. I saw a couple pictures going around of her like super buff and stuff, which is awesome. We'll see how she does. That's one of the kind of things I didn't like about the first 2 Thors, really honestly, was her portrayal of Jane in general. I don't know if it was just her phoning it. I just personally didn't like it. But I'm glad that Korg is kind of gonna be his sidekick in this, because I love Taika, whether it's directing, acting, whatever, and I think his overall core character is hilarious. And I'm glad that Chris Hemsworth is breaking the mold for MCU movies and being the first one to go past the trilogy. Essentially, I think Tom Holland's gonna be the second one, but Chris Hemsworth could be the first Avenger that's gonna have more than 3 movies, and that's awesome for him. I love that. I am seeing some of the CGI here. It looks a little bit spotty. It's obviously unfinished, especially when they're showing, like, I don't know if that's like a King Kong with that he's doing the chain exercise with, but if you still frame it at like 24 seconds, it looks really, really bad, but they're working on that. But I am excited. I'm excited for this. Taika Waititi's awesome. It looks like Korg's gonna be in here. That's, by the way, that scene where he says, "Look at the eyes of the person you love," and he's trying to stare into Quill's face is funny. I'm also curious if the Guardians of the Galaxy are just going to be like, I'm assuming that most of this trailer is like the first 30 minutes. And they're probably going to be in the first 30 minutes and then drop him off when he realizes he needs to go find out what's happening, and then that's it. But it's nice to see that they're in this movie, at least a little bit. By the way, that scene with the huge monster at 55 seconds, that's literally directly out of the comics. That's a still frame out of the comics. The only thing that's different is Korg isn't in the comics on that part. But there is a scene in this trailer where it's him and Korg looking up in like a snowy area right here at 37 seconds. And it looks like this shot that there should be something else on the left here. So I'm wondering if there's a character that they CGI'd out for the trailer. Who that character would be, I don't know, but it definitely looks like there's another character that's supposed to be here. And we all know the MCU is famous for doing that. So anyways, I'm excited for this. I really, really hope it at least, you know, holds up to the first one. It's going to be hard to get to that kind of quality movie, but I think they could do it. I think they can make a sequel that's at least, you know, that's up to par with kind of where Thor has been. But I'm super excited for this. I wouldn't say I'm hyped as much as I am for like Multiverse of Madness, because that one is kind of my go-to right now for the most hype. This looks really cool. I'm gonna try and watch some of the Easter egg videos and see what I can find. But let me know what you guys thought of this trailer, this teaser trailer. It's really cool to see a new Thor movie coming out. Like I said, Thor Ragnarok is my favorite, so I'm super stoked for this. Leave it comments below what you thought of it, what you don't like about it, what you do like about it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really do appreciate you guys showing me love on all my videos. It means a lot to me. So stay tuned for some more videos coming up here. And remember that
good vibes are contagious.